G'day guys, welcome back to the channel ALFX Trading. Sorry I haven't posted for a couple of weeks, just been a bit caught up with other things, but I'm back and today I'm going to be talking about why you should never give up Forex trading no matter how hard it can seem in the present moment. And then I'm going to break down the two trades on the screen that I took last week on Aussie dollar, US dollar. So basically what I wanted to talk about with trading and just not giving up with trading is it's a skill that once you have it, you can't lose it. It is such an amazing skill and it does take a lot of time to sort of achieve and be comfortable with and confident with. It's a skill you can work anytime, anywhere. It gives you so much more freedom with your life. And not only that, it just gives you another level of security in terms of no matter what the economy's doing and other things like that, there's no risk of losing your job or losing that stream of income. It is always there and it will always be there. So much freedom. If you don't want to trade for 2 weeks, you don't have to. If you want to take a year off, you can and come back to it. It will just always be there. So having that skill set, I think, is just an absolute amazing opportunity. And it does take a lot of time to sort of get to the point where you're like, okay, I can sort of consistently do this and make it work and make an income from it. A lot of traders will give up before, they reach sort of profitability, but you just got to invest your time and energy into yourself and learn the skills, where you got to make sacrifices and things like that along the way, but it will all pay you back in the long run. That's sort of just what I wanted to cover with that. It's just the importance of not giving up with trading. It is a very difficult skill to learn and it is frustrating, it is hard, and there will be so many times when you do want to give up. Even when you feel comfortable with trading and you feel like you're profitable and you've been making money, it will still be hard at times and you will still go through patches where you're like, why am I doing this? And, this isn't working anymore. But it's all a mental game. You just got to stick it out. You will learn. You take advantage of whatever information you can get and just put it into practice. Backtest as much as you can. Be on the markets as much as you can. Watch what it's doing. Just the more time you can spend working on these skills, the quicker you will learn them and the quicker you will, become a profitable trader. With these two trades on the screen here, Aussie dollar, US dollar, back end of last week, there wasn't too much momentum in any direction. You can see the market was moving slightly upwards before that, but it's fairly sideways on this 15-minute chart. I am just going to break these trades down purely on the 15-minute chart and just keep it simple. So when I'm coming into this first one, the risk to reward is not amazing, but it's 1.6. You take what you can get sometimes, and I was pretty confident with this setup. So basically coming in here, I'm just seeing price trying to push up. We've got a rejection here, and then 3 rejections at this level here, and price is just not able to make these higher highs. It's sort of just moving sideways. By the same token, it isn't moving downwards either. It's just sort of trying to push up, trying to push down, and just moving sideways in a little range. When I saw this trade, I did see price start to come down, make a lower high, another sort of lower high here, you can call that, and then we saw this pullback. So once this lower low was formed, I had this level marked up here, basically just waited for the retest. I did contemplate getting in over here, except I just didn't think price had moved down far enough and the pullback wasn't of any substance. So this pullback here, beautiful rejection of this area. That's the thing, guys. When I talk about levels of support and resistance, price doesn't have to come and just perfectly reject that whole level. It's more an area. So I can spread this out and have this whole sort of block here as just an area that I want to see price reject. Like, price will not always come perfectly into your level. Like sometimes, probably more often than not, it will, but sometimes it's not going to. Like, it will just reject an area, and that's why you got to just be a bit more open-minded in terms of which areas do you like as a level and an area of support or resistance. And then, yeah, beautiful bearish engulfing candle, and then I jumped in, stops above the wick of this previous candle, and then take profit. I didn't want to be too greedy just because there wasn't a huge lot of momentum in the market, and I just had my take profit at the bottom of this sort of low back here, and you can see sort of move sideways with it, back into break even, a little bit of drawdown again, and then it just dropped. So that was the first trade. And then the second trade, which is over here, I didn't take a huge amount of trades last week just because I didn't see too many opportunities. This trade was probably my best trade for the week though, I reckon. So 4.4 to 1. Price sort of, once we'd taken this trade, started to move back in the bullish direction. Bit of news here. Bullish direction. We had price then come up and come into this high level here before then moving back down. We saw lower highs come back, trying to push back up again, rejection, lower highs, sideways movement. This little level here I drew up as a nice little level of support or resistance, just a little key zone that I was looking for price to come into. We saw price break through the level, come up, didn't quite retest the level here, same as the last trade. I didn't think this candle that we'd had enough of a sort of pullback through the level. Sorry, I pushed through the level and the pullback wasn't big enough to sort of get into a trade, I didn't think. So yeah, price came back down. Then we saw this pullback here, and we did see it perfectly reject this level. Like I was saying with the last one, the rejection wasn't spot on. This one, perfect. So price comes up, sort of moves sideways, tries to break through, is rejected, bearish engulfing candle, wick to the top, and then we're into the trade. Stops again above this level. It's really simple with my stop losses. You just put it above the zone that you've marked up or the area. If price breaks through that area, yes, sometimes you will get wicked out. But if price does break through these levels, then more often than not, your analysis is wrong. Well, not wrong, but, you know, price is not going to go the way you want it to go. So as soon as I was in this trade, price just melted and we went 4.43 risk to reward in under 2 hours. So beautiful, beautiful trade. My take profits, again, I just widen the chart a bit, look to where the previous lows are, previous low here, bring it across, and that's your take profit. You know, a lot of times you will see price, you know, that's 4.43. We could have seen it go all the way to 6 and 7. So, you know, you don't want to be too greedy though, because sometimes you'll put it down here and then price will come to like 90% of the way to take profit, and then it'll bounce back. So you just take what you can get, take where you think price could turn, whereas you don't want to have it set where price could go but like is less likely to go. So, you know, that little area of potentially support and resistance over here, just wanted to take the profit there and get out of the trade. So haven't taken any trades this week. It is currently Tuesday morning where I am. Didn't take any trades yesterday, but that's sort of my little breakdown of those two trades on Aussie dollar, US dollar from last week. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Drop a comment, let me know what you want to see in the future. Cheers, guys.